live on a man on a street.
I didn't bring my
on a
laptop.
street.
I can't go on.
What? You didn't?
I can't.
Okay, you're out of
go
here.
on.
No, don't even talk.
Okay.
You're done.
Anyway,
You're
what
done.
are they going to do?
Okay, we're going to be going live on Facebook to have a great man on the street interview.
I remember those.
Yeah, you did. You did them once. A long time ago. A month and a half at least.
Yeah, I died a couple times
Yeah,
in
a couple.
between there.
But go ahead and introduce our fantastic guest, please. I mean, you've already proposed marriage to her, so we might as well just go with it, dude.
No, that was the other lady. That was Tina.
Tina.
God,
Okay.
I hope she's not out there.
She was walking back and forth. I don't know. God.
Anyway, this is Ms. Sheryl Sitz.
Did he pronounce that correctly?
I
Absolutely,
did.
very good.
Don't let him try to say it.
No, I'm not going to say it.
I decided ahead of time. Don't let him try.
Yeah, you don't want that. Not at all.
Cheryl Sitz.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Very nice.
Easy to remember too.
That's right.
That's
You
amazing
didn't even
for me.
use your notes. I'm impressed.
No, I know.
He worked at it. You noticed how he slowly said it, so he's trying to get through his mind. Cheryl. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Well, it's wonderful that you came here. I mean, I consider you an elite broadcaster, and you're a big fish in a small pond, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, we are small. Let me tell you.
I've watched a lot of your broadcasts, and I haven't watched a whole bunch of them, but there's so many.
Yeah. I've got
I heard over 300?
250.
250. Oh, that's
Yeah,
pretty good.
but
Holy cow.
Thank you.
What are some of the names that you've interviewed? Who are some of the people?
Well, if you're in the holistic realm, you've heard of them. Otherwise, you probably haven't.
I have been.
I guess the biggest is J.P. Sears, who's pretty well known
Okay.
for spoofing the holistic realm. But a lot of people from around the world, shaman and just holistic practitioners of all kinds. The whole point of the podcast, which is called Exploring Possibilities, is to learn about alternative medicine, which is really the ancient medicine.
That's right.
So, yeah,
surely is.
It's really interesting. Every guest brings some new interesting insight. So
Fun.
maybe I can bring one for y'all today.
Yes, I'm sure of that. Why not?
Well, they're all over the place as far as the topics that you bring to your shows. It's like, where do you find these people?
Yeah, well, along my own journey, I discovered kind of the shamanic path of medicine, which is full of illusion, and misunderstanding. A lot of
Shamanic.
people think.
Explain that just a little bit, can you?
Well, yeah, that was. I've got a list of words that I want to find.
That's it? Shamanic
and I
was
was
one of
thinking,
them?
do I start out saying, let's define our terms?
Yeah, just a little bit, yeah.
Baby.
Get the dictionary out.
Come on,
Get going.
baby.
Yeah.
What does, and I got it right there. Shaman and shamanistic.
Shamanistic.
Shaman. I don't know.
You don't know. There you
What's
go.
correct?
In simple, it's shaman. Well, I've heard both.
Okay.
In simplest terms, they're the original medicine men and women. They were the original healers that you went to when you needed any kind of medical help. And I guess the interesting thing to me about finding that path was that they connect mental health, mental wellness, emotional wellness with physical wellness. So there is nothing in the body that doesn't also connect to some emotional trauma or turmoil. So as you heal one, you heal both. And that's not really something that they talk about much in modern medicine here in the U.S.
No.
But it's practiced around the world in other places, and it used to be practiced everywhere. So that's kind of what my show is about, is bringing different practitioners on to explain how they integrate emotional wellness, physical wellness. The simplest thing is probably meditation that most people are familiar with. Learning to quiet the mind so that you're not feeling so stressed and anxious all the time. But there's a lot more to it that
Sure.
we could talk about.
Yeah. We'll get into that for sure. I mean, we got a whole hour, man.
Yeah.
Let's definitely discuss this. All right, what else? What else? No, you got.
Wow, where do I start?
Yeah,
with
no,
this?
that's he's got a list
Define
there.
terms,
I mean, my
you know,
God, he's
define
Great.
terms.
Yeah, that's right.
Holistic.
Oh.
What the heck is
I
holistic?
think you just explained it.
Holistic is natural. So we tend to use a lot of pharmaceuticals and chemicals in medicine now, and plants are the original medicine. So it's getting back to using plants as medicine, both in the foods that we put in our body when we eat, what we drink in terms of herbal teas and things, and tinctures that can be made. And I've interviewed Nicole Appelian is an interesting guest I've had on my show. She was on Lost.
Yeah, do tell the name drop these some of these folks. Well, because they're available on
They are.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
And you can look them
Okay,
up.
mention your YouTube page.
So youtube.com/SherylSits. And
How do you spell sits? Just so people.
SITTS.
Okay.
So SHERYL.
Two TTs.
Two T's.
Yeah, two TTs. Two TTs. Yeah, it's a difference because sits usually is one T.
Right.
So
Yes.
two TTs.
So I'm sitting and I am a sits, and it's spelled differently. Very good.
Okay.
Sit, boo boo.
Now,
Sit.
that's it. Now that we've cleared that one up.
So Nicole Appelian was on the show Lost. She was one of the finalists where you survive in the wilderness.
Yikes.
And she lives this on the West Coast. Her land butts up to the forest, and she teaches wilderness survival. She makes tinctures. I haven't learned yet the fine art of making all these things because I've only been in this for a few years now. But a lot of it's available, so I interview people that I can order these products from.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have high blood pressure. I'm going on 55, and I don't take any kind of medications, just natural things.
Right.
And so
I'm working on
I know
that.
it works. I know it works.
So there you go.
The proof is in the pudding.
It is.
Yes.
Because I
Yes.
did take chemicals for quite a while, and it's nice to be off of them.
Well, you're bombarded with it on TV. You're bombarded in every type of media that you can come up with all types of medication. You can take this, but these are the side effects.
Well, I thought holistic
Exactly.
meant more than just nature and plants and stuff, though.
through the mind.
When they say holistic medicine or a holistic
Well, it does there,
approach,
yes.
it's almost a
That is where the mind, body, spirit piece comes in. It's as we, because and I'm not against modern society. I feel like when I discuss this that I feel like I'm anti now, and I'm not.
right on, sister, right on. Right on.
I am, I
Right.
guess, a rebel in some sense, but it's not that I think that what we're doing now, I think there's a way to integrate the best of the past back into what we're doing now. And our culture is very fast paced. It's all about the next thing that we can do. We don't live in this moment. We don't slow down. We don't relax and breathe and do those. It's just not part of
Damn.
mainstream society.
I forgot to breathe.
You forgot
yeah,
to
forgot to
breathe.
breathe.
I am so glad you said
So
that.
when you became,
I
how long has
really
it
get
been
into
since
what
you
you're
became a
saying.
rebel and you were anti-establishment? How long has it been since you've done this?
Well, I guess I've always been a rebel of some sort. Yeah, that's probably pretty fair. But
Quote unquote.
I guess, so I've been doing personal coaching, positive thinking, life skill building, college and career coaching, that kind of stuff. I've been doing that for a long time. And then my own personal life went through some turmoil, and I found myself starting over at 45. And that was when, synchronistically, I met a shaman and traveled to Peru and started to learn about all the emotional stuff that I was dragging around with me trying to ignore that was kind of unconsciously sabotaging my life, sabotaging my choices and stuff. So that's it's been about 10 years now that I've been exploring
Nice.
cleaning up inside as well as all these great life skills.
Sure.
And that makes a more happy, whole person. So
How would a person let go like that and decide, I'm going to go to Peru with a shaman? How does one reach that level of okayness with that?
Oh, it was terrifying. And I was, like I said, I was unemployed, so I literally emptied my savings account to go. I just knew I needed to go. I'd tried therapy. I'd tried everything to overcome some stuff from my childhood, but it hadn't worked.
Right,
I had high
right.
blood pressure. I was a hot mess. So it was time to do something different. And so I went on faith. So I think it was the gift of desperation. Most people even call me because everything else they've tried hasn't worked. Okay, I tried all the mainstream stuff. What
You're
can
the
you do
last
for
house
me?
on the block. Huh?
It's usually the way it is. Holistic is usually the way it is. Medical can't do it. They've done surgeries. They've done everything that the pharmacist and doctors can do, and then all of a sudden they're at their last point, last stretch, and then they reach out to an holistic person.
Yes.
To Reiki, to juicing, to essential oils, to
Yeah.
all of that stuff. Last point. There it is. The
Yeah.
last-ditch effort.
That's absolutely true.
And it should
And
be
I
the
don't know
first
what
one.
they're afraid of, because this is the thing that has no side effects.
Yeah.
It's only going to get better from here. And you can do everything you're doing right now and try some of this and see if it makes a difference for you. So there's none of the side effects, except maybe you're happier, healthier, feeling better without as many chemicals. That's really all you got to go.
And then some of the people in your life are going to go away. They really don't need that.
Yeah.
That's what also benefits from
Yes.
that.
Any big change, that
Big
happens.
change that you don't need. They
Yeah.
go away. I know you do. You're not going to go away.
It's been
okay.
fun knowing you know.
Yeah.
And on my final radio show, it was a big disclosure.
You're out of here.
Yes.
And he's out. Okay.
It is so amazing to listen to her. I'm telling you.
Oh, no, I like her voice, too.
Wow.
No.
Thank you.
I just, it's hypnotizing. No kidding, because I've read you have a list of, if you'd say a resume, and I thought, well, let's check out what she's been into.
Okay.
Holy moly, when do you have time to ever go to Peru? You have a list of things that you were involved in and are studying and sharing that would choke a horse. It's amazing.
I like learning and exploring new things. So yeah, I think it shows up in that. But I think that we need to keep learning and trying new things and exploring possibilities. That's why it's the name of my podcast. I love it.
Yeah.
And what I find, I share. And my motto is, do it like you're going to a fitting room at a department store. Try it on. If it fits, great. If it doesn't, put it back on the rack. I'm not selling anybody anything. Just what have you got to lose trying it?
Yeah.
That's right. Doesn't hurt.
Exactly.
Doesn't hurt. Man.
How does it get to be the last house on the block? How has that happened? And is it getting a little
Good question,
closer? And is it getting a little closer? It seems to me it's more acceptance.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if
There
those
is.
crazy hippies had some effect
Absolutely,
on that.
the
You
crazy
think?
hippies have some effect.
Just a little bit.
We did our best.
Just a little bit.
We weren't a very disciplined lot, shall we say?
Nope.
And that's one of the things that has kept me from really growing as a person. The total lack of discipline.
That and all the drugs you've taken.
Have you ever? Well, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But the meditation, I just it wasn't disciplined enough, and I tried, and I've tried now and then. Every now and
I
then.
hear that a lot. I hear a lot of, that's probably one of the top 5 questions I get is, but I can't meditate. How do you meditate? I can't sit still. I can't make my mind be quiet. And most people, I tell them, graduate into it. Try just a few minutes. And it's not about waiting till your mind will be quiet. It's quite the opposite. How does that saying go? But I'm too busy to meditate, then meditate twice as long. It's really about not stopping the mind, because the mind just won't stop. There are moments, but the mind exists to...
See, I told you my mind don't stop.
Yeah, we knew that already.
Yeah,
Your
the-
mouth doesn't stop either.
Sorry.
It's really about coming to observe the mind. In our busy culture, we tend to react to our thoughts. Oh shoot, I forgot to. Did I turn this on? Did I do that? What have I got? Oh, I can't forget to do that. And the more we listen to that and feed that, the faster it goes.
Right.
Until we're running around like a crazy person. And meditation is just sitting with it and noticing how busy the mind is without reacting to anything it creates. And the more we observe that for 5 or 10 minutes or whatever, we can sit still for a day or even walk in nature and just don't talk, don't play, just take a walk and to not just have to sit there and be quiet. But notice the mind. Notice how crazy it goes. The mind is like a 2-year-old. It's running all the time. And you just have to, okay, thank you.
Well, it's like a muscle.
It is.
It is. The more you practice, the more you do it, then the easier it'll become
Exactly.
to meditate, to get into your spot. Mine is at the beach. I'll get into that, and I'm there. I'm set. But yeah, a lot of people really don't understand how to get into that. My God, I go here to here to here, and how do I calm it down?
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Well, and
2 minutes at a time.
yeah, just start with 5 minutes. And the other thing is, in the Eastern cultures, they use like Sanskrit mantras and things where you repeat these. You don't even have to do that. Come up with a simple word
Your
that's
own mantra.
natural for you. Love,
Yes.
peace,
Sure.
whatever. And whenever you notice your mind going, just peace, peace, peace. And you don't say it out loud, you just think it. And you're kind of hypnotizing your mind back into silence with that mantra. And then sit there and see how long until the thoughts come up again, and then peace, peace, peace. And set an alarm so you don't have to worry about the clock. And all you have to do is for 5 or 10 minutes, the world will not end if you're not active. Just sit and see how long you can be still and how calm you can get the mind. And what happens is, then when you're in a crisis mode, you notice the mind going crazy, but you don't just jump through all those hoops. You're able to stay centered like the eye of the hurricane instead of flying around like the hurricane all the time. So that's, I think if we all could just meditate 15 minutes a day, we'd live in a completely different world.
Far out.
I really do.
Yes, indeed. Right.
So there's my
Meditation.
little pitch on meditation.
All right. Well, that was a show, so thank you for tuning in. This show on meditation.
I have another word I'd like to find before we get into the interview.
before we start talking. Yeah, we're still. Yeah.
It's part of my outline. And the word is spiritual. How would you define spiritual?
Wow.
Yes, I am a holistic spiritual practitioner. And for me, what spiritual means is, what do you surrender to? What do you let go to? What is the God of your understanding? And I try to avoid words like it's source, it's your angels and guides, it's whatever you want it to be. But I don't impose my spiritual beliefs on you. I work with the framework of what your spirituality is. But I feel like it's really important for us to have a truly holistic, centered, happy life, to honor the fact that we need to let go of some stuff and it needs to go somewhere. And we need to honor that we're all connected somehow. And whatever that understanding is for you, that's what I mean by spirituality. So I bring that in. So I work with the mind and I work with life skills, but I also work with nature as medicine. What do you need to calm down? Essential oils, plants. I work with that realm. And then I also work with spirituality, what that is for you. What is it that you're carrying around that's causing you illness and dis-ease that we can help you let go of through a spiritual practice, whatever that can look like for you. Did that make sense? Did I do a good job?
Hell yeah, you did. I understood it.
I'm on a time delay.
Should I push your button already?
Wow, that's pretty cool.
For me, God was something on Sunday morning or something that I turned to in crisis. Right. That's kind of what religion was for me. And I grew up in Christian schools, so it was all about religion for me.
Well, do you think that people should, or how do you feel about people who, I believe that if you're going to have a religion as such, have a belief system, then have it really firm. Be a good one. I mean, really work on it and be as good at it as you can be, you know?
It's healthy to bring that into daily life, into daily practice, and have that awareness in your life every day. So whatever that looks like for you, I think that's a part of holistic health.
Mm-hmm. Well, when I'm thinking about going peace, 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 peace.
3 times. That's all you need, 3.
And I'm picturing the folks that my culture introduced me to that would say, Jesus, Jesus, bless me, Jesus. Oh, please be with him, Jesus. Oh, please be with him, Jesus. And my grandma and people like that would,
and that's fine.
Would just.
That's absolutely fine.
That was their mantra, right?
Exactly. Sure. I mean, whatever spirituality and religion is for you, or if you just believe it's your own higher self, your own spirit, whatever you believe, you got to let it go to somewhere, and you got to call in some help from something.
Yeah.
To kind of get through this life, because this is a crazy world we're living in right now. 2020 is looking pretty interesting.
A human being doesn't really want to be known that I'm here by myself. There's nothing out there. There's nothing better than I am here. That humans don't. It's a bad thing.
And I have worked with atheists.
Sure.
And
agnostics even.
Yes, I have worked with them. And I'm like, okay, but it is very important that you let that go somehow. If you don't give it to a God of your understanding, you got to give it somewhere. You got to consciously release the stress of the weight of, I can't help my mother and she's sick, or I can't help my kids and they're using drugs, or whatever's going on in your life that you're walking around with that you can't control.
All that invisible
it's got to go
stuff?
somewhere. Yeah.
All that invisible stuff inside you.
That weighs so much.
Yeah.
That's right.
And even an atheist would have to give it somewhere.
Somewhere.
Anywhere. Doesn't matter.
Or admit I have no control over that and I'm
That's-
going to let it go.
That's one of the mantras for Reiki. Is that
Yes.
you've got to admit. God, I can't control
Even the
this. I got-
12-step program,
Yes.
I'm powerless and my life has become unmanageable.
Sure.
I release this to whatever.
Yeah.
And that stems from a whole lot of history, a whole lot of religion, for that matter.
Yes.
It does stem from that.
Let go or
go.
get dragged.
Okay. That was an old hippie tune. Yeah, it was. I think I can come up with that one. I got it somewhere.
Drum
All right.
circle.
Drum circle. So you do drum
Vibrations.
circles.
I do
Vibrations.
drum circle. I do. I
Yeah.
work with vibration. So I
Okay.
do practice Reiki and energy work. I've also studied some pranic healing modalities where they work with color. It's all vibration. And
Mm-hmm.
I thought, if it's all vibration anyway, sound is such a beautiful thing to work with. And so I drum over your body when you're on the table receiving energy work. I use the drum, I use crystal bowls, and what happens is it shifts the vibration that, within your body. And I'm also doing the Reiki energy work and stuff. So I've worked with people with all
Well,
kinds
you're
of
as
pain.
busy as a bee.
I kind of am,
You're
but I
doing
love
all
it.
that stuff.
I love it.
Oh,
Your
dude.
mind must be just jumping from one thing
All of
to
your
the other.
seven chakras have a frequency all their own, and then all the drums and all the crystals and everything has a frequency. And when you're beating or drumming something, it's got its own thing. And your
Yes.
body has that same frequency.
So illness, disease, let's talk
Mm-hmm.
about like cancer or a tumor or something like that. Even the emotions have different frequencies. So when your body holds an emotion long enough, it's like it almost solidifies and it's
Yeah.
lower in vibration, and it is anger or it is sadness or it is whatever we haven't figured out how to let go, and it doesn't go anywhere until you move it. So it has to be processed and
Or
released.
come to the radio show. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Right,
I'm
so
just
we're
getting
doing
those
that
little
right
personal stuff here. Let's just get into it here.
So vibration can raise the vibration in that area of the body so that some of that can release and let go and move from the body, and you can feel better. I've seen people with Parkinson's, their body's still. I've seen people with like congestion in their chest. I drum over them and it starts to move it and clear it out of their body.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, baby, drum
amazing.
over me.
Yeah. You need that vibration, don't you?
I'm just getting past that. The worst
Well,
part.
okay. Stop
I
so
wish-
many cigarettes.
I wish I'd have had your number. I could have called you over 2 weeks ago, and I could have been a lot
See?
here a
Yeah.
lot sooner.
Well, we started out with this conversation with a drum circle.
Drum
And-
circle,
Drum
yes.
circles.
Drum circles.
So, do you do drum circles?
We
Can you
facilitate
do one around
drumming
here?
circles. Yes,
Can you?
absolutely. And it's highly recommended to do drumming if you suffer any kind of anxiety or depression. Science is catching up with this, and they're releasing reports now that it'll lower your blood pressure, it'll calm your body just to beat on a drum.
Oh, I just think it's fun.
Oh, it's so
It
fun.
is fun, but there's so
Kids
many
love
benefits
it.
to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we need to try and do that.
I
We
get
really do.
lost
Try
in
and do
it. I
that.
just
Yeah.
get
Yes.
lost in it. And I
That's the
guess
whole point, isn't it?
The farther
I've never
lost
been
I
one.
get,
I've never done it.
The
And I'm
farther
so
lost I
want
get,
to do
the
it.
more I like it.
Yeah, and if you can sit by yourself and beat the drum 180 beats per minute or whatever it is, you can put yourself into a trance state. And if you go in that with an intention to get awareness about what's going on in your body or why am I feeling bad or whatever.
Hey, don't be telling our audience about that stuff. That's like
It's all natural. It won't hurt them.
They won't even know.
We're
They
going
won't even
into
know.
trances, man.
They'll forget it.
These people come from cut and shoot. They can't handle trances. I just want to sit around and beat on some drums.
Oh, that's all right. A dead skunk will be in the middle of the road. It'll be all
Just
right.
forget that. 180 beats per minute. Just forget that.
Man.
Where do we go from there?
Oh,
I've got nothing.
Oh, man.
CBD.
Oh, tinctures.
CBD oil's really good stuff.
I saw
Not as
on-
good as essential oils. I'm sorry. They really aren't.
Well,
Essential oils. Okay.
for pain,
boy.
CBD can be really good pain management for
Okay.
for arthritis, joint pain.
So can oregano. So can
Yes.
basil.
Yes.
So can wintergreen.
Yes.
Uh,
All of these things are anti-inflammatory. They can help the
Absolutely.
system. And people in Europe have used essential oils for hundreds and hundreds of years.
Absolutely.
And they don't go to the pharmacist. They don't go down the road to get something for their cold or their cough or whatever. I've got it right here. Little bottle. right there.
Ginger is fabulous for inflammation. Put some ginger in your tea. I mean, if we don't have it in our refrigerator, we could have it in our essential oil kit. So yes, I agree.
No, my juice always has ginger in it.
Good for you.
I do.
See, I'm preaching to the choir here.
No, I do. I like a lime zinger. I put kale and celery and cucumber and lime and lemon and apple and ginger. Lots of ginger. And turmeric. Turmeric is a
Turmeric
great
is so good.
anti-inflammatory.
Yes.
I love hanging out in hippies' kitchens.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
It smells good,
Yeah,
doesn't
it is. It'll smell really good here in a minute. Anyway, we don't talk about that. What else? My God, you do a lot. Your resume is just so long. Unbelievable.
I kind of integrate a lot of it together in a session. So if
That's
you don't
nice.
have to know what you want, just if you know that you're struggling with something emotional or physical, we can sit down and work together and figure out what's going on. And so my sessions are multisensory. I use the essential oils. I use crystals and gemstones. I use the drums and
Got one
crystal
in my
bowls.
pocket. I love my crystal.
Awesome.
I got it right here. Yes. Always have one.
So yeah, it all comes together for healing. They all do the same
Yes.
thing. So
Yes.
why not have fun
Okay.
while you're doing it?
Is there a price structure involved?
I pretty much simplified it across the board. The coaching and the energy work sessions, the vibrational sessions, I do for $60 an hour, and it's really nice if you pair a couple together. So for like an hour and a half or 2 hours, we can get a lot of work done,
Wow.
and then you should be good for a while. So it's pretty affordable. One of the things that we were
2
asking a
hours,
while
you
ago
must be
about why don't
worn out.
people start here, it's not covered by insurance.
No, it isn't.
So they'd rather have a $30 copay than pay $150. But you know what? This is preventative. The other is reactionary.
That's right.
If you start to live like this and clean some of that internal stuff out that's causing you to feel yucky, you won't need all that other stuff.
They're going to realize it.
Exactly.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to pay my $150.
It's about feeling good.
Mm-hmm. And the idea of Reiki and other holistic medicine is you got to have a tete-a-tete. There is something I'm giving you or I'm helping you with something. You got to help me with something. And the way that I do with my practice is that if I'm going to do something, it doesn't have to be monetary.
Exactly.
It doesn't.
I work the same way. We've forgotten how to barter.
Right.
But I'd like to be valued for my time and what I do for you. But if money is
valuable.
a challenge, let's talk. Bring
Right.
me a chicken.
How many?
Bring me.
How
I don't
many
know how many
chickens?
chickens I can
Chicken.
bring right
How many chickens?
The chicken range. No, let's not go there.
Half an hour. How many chickens?
You said the wrong thing here, Sheryl. You did. You're turning red.
I don't think I
Now
could
we went
last.
to the chicken ranch.
Yeah.
I couldn't last past a half an hour. I couldn't even do this. So how much for half an hour? Chicken, two chickens.
Two
I'll
chickens.
take 2 chickens. That's my
Okay.
final offer.
Okay, let's change the subject now.
Yeah,
We're all
let's
embarrassed
go
with that
somewhere
one.
else.
That came from CBD.
Apparently.
Where did we
No,
go
what
to
did you
from
have, a brownie
CBD?
or something?
Tincture?
Okay. Yeah, we started with tincture, and it just evolved.
Uh-huh.
So, do you deal with CBDs and that sort of thing?
I don't sell them or anything,
Right.
but I do have a couple of vendors that I
Okay.
can send people to if they're looking for it. One, yeah. So, and they're both out of state, but yeah.
That's fine.
So they're good to use for pain management. Also for pets. Let's talk about our
Dog
critters.
loves them.
So my cat was a male Maine
Which
Coon.
products would you say are crap that people are selling that are? Well,
Well, we're gonna go there?
What do we know?
Apparently.
What do we know? Really? What do I know? I don't know nothing. I got to listen to you. Are there products? I really can't believe that there aren't some products out there that are just crap. As far
So
as
interesting.
Oh,
So
wow.
where
Okay.
I actually want to go with
Understand
that.
this.
please,
I understand
please.
this.
There's
I
a
just throw
great
'em
book
you
out
take
there
'em
right
away.
now. The woman I can't get her on my podcast because she's booked for over a year. She's
Oh,
a
wow.
doctor.
Yeah.
And it's about the placebo effect.
Okay.
So when you ask about which products are crap, it depends on whether you believe they're crap or not. Because if you believe it'll work, water can probably heal you.
The mind.
The mind is the most
mind.
powerful healing tool we have.
The one.
What is that?
That's the beginning of Reiki. Use your mind.
Yes.
Faith.
Intimation? No, it's not intimidation. It's
Intimidation.
No, it's not intimidation.
So
It's-
I do a lot of working with the mind.
You're
because
saying yes to it.
The
That's
coaching
Yes.
work that I do is about all the negative talk that we give ourselves that we don't even hear ourselves saying, and the limiting thoughts that we have that are keeping us stuck from what we really want to have and be in our life. And a lot of it we learned growing up. But I mean, long after my she loved me very much. I love her very much, but my mom was very critical and very negative. Long after she was dead, I heard the negativity in my head. And so I would...
So you're raised with that.
Yes. So I would discount things as not possible before I even tried them. Yeah. Well, the more we can shift our thinking to anything, my business is journey of possibilities. Anything's possible. And the more we can actually embrace that and play with it, the more possibilities we find ourselves experiencing. So I think the mind is really an important tool. So there are probably products out there that aren't what they say they are because it's not regulated at all. So it can be an industry that's got some charlatans in it. I would say go through referrals from people that you trust. Nowadays, almost everybody knows a holistic practitioner that they trust. I mean, there's one in your family, even if you don't talk to them very much because you think it's weird, there's probably one in your family you should be talking to.
That's right. We don't talk about that person.
See, that's it. That's exactly it.
Because she's a witch or a gypsy or whatever.
Yeah, she's weird.
Whatever.
Yeah.
She sends me wonderful packages, though. I love the packages she sends me. Woo-hoo, I tell you.
Okay.
They heal you right up.
Yeah, I've had one of those today, haven't you? Okay, that is fantastic. I love what you're saying, and I'm so into what you're saying. I really am. A while ago, I was really on the downside. I had nothing going on. I had, this place, and I didn't have any future, and I didn't have anything. And then all of a sudden, I got involved with my Shimpadin, and she just taught me everything. And it changed my life.
It does change your life.
It changes it. And it made me so much want this. Why wouldn't they? So with you go advanced. You go everything into your healing. So I'm such a regular person. I'm off the street. I want some help. Where can I go? Do you have a website? Do you have a phone number? Do you have something that I can get a hold of you with?
So journeyofpossibilities.com is the website that has all 250 of my podcasts. It's got a page about me where you can see my practices and my background. And I've met a lot of practitioners. So if what you're looking for isn't exactly what I offer, reach out to me through the website, or I'll give my phone number in a second. And if I don't do it, I'll help you find somebody that I would trust that does it, because there's a wealth of practitioners right here. One right across the square.
Right.
Oh, yeah, the Wellness Center.
Yes, the Clear Choice Acupuncture and Wellness. Yes, Allison's great. But a lot of it's just stuff, I think it's just still unfamiliar. It has been downplayed for so long. Chiropractic is pretty much, and meditation are all anybody's heard of.
Right,
but there's
exactly,
a million other very viable solutions that are used in other parts of the world. So we just kind of need to open our eyes a little bit and learn.
Your feet it just holds so many pressure points, so many things involved with your body, your feet. Just
you are just getting to know your feet.
Well, yeah, dude, I am.
I am really happy for you that you're getting to know your feet.
Where do you stand on the matter?
Yeah, where do you stand? He's seeing right here on this ball. I like this. She's good, dude. She's good. Man, we are already 40 minutes into this. We're going to go another 40. What the hell? This is great entertainment.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes. So do you live in the area?
I do. I've lived in Montgomery County for 20 years. I grew up in Houston, and I moved up here 20 years ago, and I like it. So the west end of the county, but I do like it.
Okay. That's nice.
Cool.
That's nice.
It's certainly changing a lot. We are growing like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, the Conroe is the largest growing city in the U.S.
Yeah, and the space between where we are here and where you're like in Spring or
I'm in Montgomery.
Montgomery.
Really?
Okay.
105 has gone nuts.
I know. I live at April Sound,
You're
so I
getting farther
understand
and farther away from Conroe.
Yeah.
I think of it, I go, nah,
closer
I don't
and
feel
closer,
like driving
because
there.
Conroe now bought it all up to the first river bridge, the second river bridge.
Yeah.
But I tell people that's where the healing starts, is the drive. Yes. Take the most scenic route to my place and start to just be in nature more. That's another easy, accessible thing for everyone. Mm-hmm. The more time we can spend in nature, reconnecting with the plants and the birds and just unplug a little bit. It's so good for
hiking.
The health.
Oh my God, my wife and I go hiking all the time.
Yes.
Love it.
Yes.
Just getting with the nature.
And we have a lot of beautiful nature here in Montgomery County.
We have 173 trails in Montgomery County.
Isn't that marvelous?
That's beautiful. That's outrageous. And 1488 has some fun ones. I mean, you go out to 149. You got to. I mean, Montgomery's got a ton of them. So. Okay.
I think I'm going to go hike now. It's been fun.
Yeah, I'm done, man. This is fun. Man, way to go, Dennis. Man, you brought some fun ones in. I've heard you some really
Fun
winners, real winners
Hey,
bringing them in.
hey.
Yeah, let's not talk about that woman.
I've got another definition I'd like to.
Okay.
Audio. What is it? Audio book. Audio book. I see
what is
on
that?
your sites
What is
that a
that?
lot of people have audio books
Audiobooks, yes.
of their whatever.
People don't want to read
do.
anymore. They want it read to them. I actually voice audiobooks too if it's something that I'm pretty passionate about. But yeah, audiobooks.
Okay, I'm the audio director for Odin's Legacy Press. You need to look into that one.
See, great connection. Awesome.
I'm telling you, I've done 5 books now,
Great.
and all on holistic. I've done a Reiki book.
Those are the ones I want to do too.
Love it.
Yeah.
I'm auditioning for an essential oils book.
Perfect.
I could use you.
Awesome.
I
Let's
could
do
use
it.
you.
Let's do it.
Damn it! I wish I had my business card.
Damn
Damn it!
For essential oils thing. Can anybody get in on that?
No,
Can I take? Do I have to take my shirt off?
no. Please don't.
Can I?
No, there's no visual on this. It's just-
Okie dokie.
you can wear what you want.
I was somewhere massage and essential
No.
oils came into
No.
this today. I don't know what I was thinking.
No, essential oils.
Oh,
essential
the
oils
people
and
across the
massages
street,
do not.
So they offer a massage over there, don't they?
But you actually can put the essential oils on the bottom of your feet, back to
Yeah.
the feet.
Yes.
And we don't have to take
No.
your clothes off to get.
That's called a raindrop treatment.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
raindrop treatment.
Okay, all right.
Love it.
I was just trying to keep
Love it.
up.
But it's actually, I mean, it's breathing in that vibration of that scent as well. It's not just having it on your body. So when I do energy work with people on the table, I'll spritz it over them. I'll rub my hands together. I put it on the pillow where you put your face when you are on your stomach, and it's breathing it, and it has all kinds of great benefits.
Pour out.
Yeah, I'm just.
And you know what? You don't have to be sick to do this.
No.
My favorite client is the one that just wants to relax because we're all so stressed out. And at the holidays, if more stressful than ever. Just treat yourself or a gift certificate for a loved one and just relax for an hour and experience what vibrational
Who would want
healing
that?
can do. Right?
God, who would want that? What's your favorite scent? What do you
Oh
like?
my goodness.
What's your favorite?
My favorite essential oil is well, I like them all for different purposes, so I don't know if I have a favorite. I like ylang ylang a lot.
Okay. Mine is Sacred Mountain, the living essential. I like Sacred Mountain. To me, it smells like a fresh cut sawdust, and I like that scent. And everybody has a different smell, you know. Everybody does. I love it. Oh.
I do.
Okay. Anyway, what else? Oh my God, you do everything. And that's so fun. The chakra bowls.
You
and
haven't
the
even scratched the
drums.
surface.
No. As I said,
Wait,
she does
there's
everything.
more. Like,
Oh my God! Hold on, folks.
I-
Let's just talk about this just for a second
I
here.
stalked her just a little.
Yeah, you did.
Just a
Yeah,
teensy,
you did.
Eensy weensy.
Oh, a
I
little
tried
bit.
to talk myself out of it because what I like to do is just meet people for the first time
I love
and just
that.
let her rip. You know.
that's how
Well-
I do my interviews. There's never a script.
You
I
don't want to
won't
know
do
what
it.
he was wearing when he
Oh.
interviewed you, which is probably nothing. So there you go. When he reached out to you. Anyway,
What? The naked stalker. This is a
No.
lovely image we got going
Yeah.
on.
I tease him. I tease him unmercifully. So this is so
and
much
it's all
fun.
true. It's all true, baby.
And
I
that's
wear
why
my
you have another
glasses.
wife in the wings.
He wears his
out there.
glasses. Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, this is a lot
Dina,
of fun.
hey, pick me up a hamburger on the way home, baby. She's probably still walking.
So is this a type of interview that you've been involved with? Is this rolling along the same lines? That you
I don't think I've ever done an interview like this.
There you go. I like that.
That's what I was
yes.
shooting for.
I love it.
That's what I was shooting.
Yes.
Definitely unique. I love
Yes.
it.
Okay, here's I
Okay.
have a new question.
Okay.
I have
oh
a
God.
new man on the street question.
Drum
Yeah.
roll.
Okay, man on the street question. What will we find if we Google
Oh God,
Oh,
your quotes?
wow.
my quote.
Your quote. Oh,
Cheryl Sitz quotes.
I have.
with 2 T's.
You know, if you go into
I'm not
because I do
published
it
or
all the
anything, so
time.
I have no idea.
No, I'm not asking if you're published. Yeah, I know you're not. Name somebody that wrote a book.
Joan Killen.
Wow.
Jeez, man.
I tickle myself sometimes.
I can tell. Tickle me too.
No, but I go in all the time.
Did you do that? Did you find a quote? I have no idea if I have a quote out there.
No. Well, I'm asking you, what would people find if that existed? What's a Sheryl Sitz quote? Look at if you go on quotes, Shakespeare. If it's 9 zillion of them, quotes.
I have a lot of them. I say a lot of I say a lot of brilliant things. No, I'm just kidding.
I should hope
we have a question before because people are going online here.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I know.
I
You
wanna
just
hear the
no.
answer.
The answer to the quote.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
If
go
you
ahead.
got somebody online.
No, yes.
No,
we
they're
do.
more
We just have
important.
Misty.
Okay, here. How about this
What's
for a
Misty?
quote?
So
Yeah.
go ahead.
It's important. What?
Okay,
how
I'm
about
listening,
this for a
sweetheart.
quote?
Yes.
If we keep looking for happiness outside ourselves,
Okay, hold
We
on.
may
Let
be
me get a
six-
good close up of this. Yeah, hold on.
not
Okay.
down there. Yeah,
I'm up here.
We were having a moment. We were having
I
a
love her.
moment there.
Oh, she's coming back on this
my
show.
face is up here.
Yeah, she's gonna be talking.
I never noticed him, so you said that.
But he has now, so there you go.
All right, now that I'm red again
Yeah.
for a close up.
Ready again.
Okay.
We can look for success outside ourselves
This is your
everywhere
camera.
we
Look in
want
it.
to.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. There you go.
We can look for success outside ourselves anywhere we want to. We may find success, but we won't find happiness. That is an inside job. And without that, the rest of it doesn't really matter anyway. How's
That's a
that?
quote.
That's a
My
quote.
God.
That's a quote.
I love that.
That's a quote.
Good.
Holy cow.
All right.
Very nice.
So
very nice.
So different subjects, though. Your quote
Okay.
about...
Okay, we have a question here.
Okay, let's
Oh, yes,
answer a
go.
Okay,
question.
Misty asks, is shamanism your basis for healing?
Yeah, so you asked what shamanic practices are.
Yes,
Working
yeah.
with drums, working with breath work, working with the emotional root of a physical ailment. Yes, that is what the shaman do, and that is the thread that I work along. But I integrate a lot of other practices that I've learned with that because, you know, they may use agua florida or flower water to clear the room, but they don't really, I haven't worked with them with a lot of different essential oils. Another thing I want to say about shamanism is a lot of people in our culture seem to think that it's a religion or that somehow if you work in a shamanic practice, you can't be a Christian and have a shamanic ceremony. That's not true. I work personally with Christ in the healing work that I do. So you can be whatever you want to and work with shamanic practices. They are simply a way of healing mind, body, spirit together, and you call in the beings that you want present for your healing. So I hope that made sense.
It does. So there you go, Misty.
Thanks for the question.
Yeah, very cool. Any other questions out there on Facebook? Ask away. You know, we've got looks like another 15, 20 minutes
Awesome.
here that we have a lot to learn over
So
this
we don't
woman.
have to just listen to my quotes.
No,
Please
no.
ask your questions.
We only had
Please,
one
please.
so far. That's
What?
not a lot.
You have more
That
on your
wouldn't even-
senility list.
That wouldn't even... yes, I do.
You do?
I do.
Okay,
Yeah,
there you go. Ask away. Because
Well,
it's your turn now.
What would you have a quote if you about your life today? What happened to you today?
My life today.
Has to be something that's quotable.
By not. Okay. A quote about my life today.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, because
I wondered what we would talk about on this show, and the old me would have had to prepare a whole lot of things as crutches to feel comfortable walking in here and having this conversation. And I'm not that person anymore. I truly believe our best self comes out when we go off script and allow it. This was a perfect pairing. That's the way you do interviews. I love it.
Well, it's communication, and it's all kind of,
Exactly.
it's communion, it's communication, and I take that stuff this is my church, you know,
Yes.
and I take that stuff very seriously. I do it I try to do it in a lighthearted way almost all the time, because that's what my brain does, because I think I'm on earth to just have a good time.
That's
You know.
perfect. That
Yeah, that is. And a lot of people listen to
I'm
this, so
devoted
I
to
want to
it.
thank you so much. And we're having a lot of fun. 106.1, 104.5. Go over to my Facebook page, Afternoons with Lone Star, or irlonestar.com, and check this out because it'll be going live on YouTube and all that fun stuff. So,
You didn't even do any of that stuff.
Yeah, I did.
At the half hour and stuff, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I missed it.
Yeah,
I was
he
probably
did. Went over
recovering.
it.
I was meditating.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
meditating.
You were in your spot.
There was a couple of
No.
spots there that
Yeah,
I just
I
went.
tell ya.
He zoned out.
"Ooh." I zoned out. Totally zoned out, and it felt good. All the way down to my little feetsies.
No, that's called an LSD flashback.
Well, that's too.
Okay.
Oh, she had a guest on recently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Dr. Shelley Renee Soy. Oh,
Shelley Renee Soy.
yeah, intuitive thinking. Yeah, November 2019. Oh,
I did.
yeah.
I have a lot of different authors.
She's a
on my
stoner.
show.
She got LSD, and then she went off. She was an engineer. Yeah,
Okay.
electrical engineer.
My kind of woman.
Hoo-ha kind of real smart lady. And all of a sudden,
That's
she
my
went
lady.
down to the beach, and somebody gave her the LSD, and she never been the same since.
That's
No.
true.
But she has, oh man, she has so many books out. Getting serious.
Yeah.
I listened to the interview with her, and it was like, whoa,
Okay,
that's pretty
I
cool.
read books, just to let you know.
So she wrote Developing Supersensible Perception. And yeah, every guest that I have, whether they're an author or a practitioner or however they share their message and healing with the world, it's all about different ways that we can look at things. I think that I didn't even realize until I started working with plant medicine and in ceremonies and meditation, I didn't really understand how programmed I was by the culture that I live in. We don't recognize it. It's just it's just the normal daily
Right.
life. And
It's scary
I've
when you see it.
revisited everything. It's like, wow, the way I am about money and well, of course we have to go to work every day. We've got to make a living. Well, that's a story. And we can make a living a lot of ways, and it doesn't have to be work, and we don't have to go to an office, and it's all a story. And the more I started to see through the stories, then I could create a new story for myself. I could create a new life for myself.
okay.
And that's empowering.
Far out.
That's empowering.
Yeah, really is. Makes you feel
And I
really
hope that
good.
my guests and my show will inspire other people to reconsider. I've interviewed people that live with their kids on the road. They've abandoned the idea of the American dream house and job, and they make a living wherever they go,
Oh,
and
that's
they live on
cool.
the road.
I
Is cool.
gotta check that one out.
Yeah, yeah.
Most of your guests that I've seen so far, they have the subjects I can't even pronounce.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not
Okay, if I'm
kidding.
somebody who wants to be on your podcast, how can I get a hold of you? I want to be on it.
Contact through the website. Absolutely. I'd love to interview you.
And that website is?
journeyofpossibilities.com.
There you go. I love that. You got to repeat that, man.
Yes,
You got to
I
get
do.
it out there.
JourneyofPossibilities.com.
Because life is a journey of
And there's
possibilities.
also exploring possibilities. And
That
and
is the
what's that?
podcast. That is the podcast. You can access that on Apple Podcast, Google Play, any of the podcast apps, and on my website at journeyofpossibilities.com.
Journey of Possibilities.
A lot of
Nice.
S's and I's, and it's like Mississippi. You got to check it when you're typing it because it might take a couple of tries.
All right, Joan, if you're listening, I know you are, girl. You need to call this woman. Let's get you on the podcast. There you go.
Well, that'd be neat.
Yeah.
She did some of those split scene things.
Well, we can do that now on Facebook because they've got it.
He keeps telling me that.
It's called Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they've got this new app that you can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, and when I started looking at all your stuff, I thought, and that's when it was Mario, right?
Mario Kart?
His name came up.
Mario Rosales.
Mario Rosales.
His meds are kicking in.
Kicking in.
Yeah. And I saw how big a part he's been in your whole journey through all this broadcasting that you've been doing.
Yeah, we met together through Leadership Montgomery County. We were in the LMC class of 2009, the best class ever. and it was right before either one of us had discovered any of this. And he went through a personal tragedy, and I was in a weird place in my life, and we found this path together. And so, yeah, then he brought his IT skills to work, helping me create a podcast and a website. And he does the drumming circles, and he does his own vibrational healing and stuff. He plays one of those things called a didgeridoo.
Yeah.
He plays one of those, and boy,
Yeah,
if you've got pain in your body and he puts a didge on that area, oh my goodness, it feels so good.
The vibration.
Goodness
Yeah,
gracious.
frequencies are wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, now when this
Okay.
show's over, make sure you play Good Vibrations.
Good vibrations.
First song after
No, I don't know that
interview is
song.
over.
No, I don't know
It's
that
the
song.
Biatchi Boys.
The Biatchi Boy.
Biatchi Boys from California.
Oh, yeah. Good
Yeah.
vibrations. Oh, yes.
True. It's
I
true.
got you on that.
Yeah, anyway,
Okay.
I saw him. As a matter of fact, that I know him because you were sitting right here, November of 2000. what was it? Where is it?
A couple of days ago.
September 5th.
Yes, I was.
Cochran right
Cindy
here.
Cochran.
Yeah. And you and Mario were sitting right over there. And it was all about the flood.
It was all about the flood. Yeah, he created a volunteer Montgomery County website because we had to have a place for all that information to funnel through. So many people were looking for help.
Yeah, I saw it when I went down your list and I saw Cindy Cochran. Have I told this story before?
No.
Okay, stop me if I've told this story before.
Stop. Sorry.
I don't know. I was meditating.
It went over my head. I get it.
And so I see Cindy Cochran popped up, and it was like, whoa, holy mackerel. And there you and Cindy are, and I expect to hear all this holistic, spiritual thing, and it's like, well, there's a bad flood, and we're fixing everybody up from a bad flood, and I kept kind of fast forwarding because, that was a while back. And not that I don't.
Oh, we're dimming the lights now.
Yeah.
Relaxing.
Yeah, baby. It's getting that time of night,
get some
baby.
Chakra Bowls playing in the background. It's be all right.
No. Play a little Sinatra for me, baby.
No, that ain't going to help you. Sorry.
No, we don't want to put them to sleep.
No.
Mellow.
Consciousness exploration.
Ooh, nice.
Consciousness exploration.
Nice term. I like that.
That's really what they were doing in the 60s. They just, weren't calling it that.
No, they're calling it LSD trips.
Consciousness exploration to me is the more we can become aware of all the things that we just kind of mindlessly go through the day. Like what I was talking about, that society is kind of programming us every day, whether we are aware of it or not. So consciousness exploration can be anything from becoming aware of the thoughts that you're thinking that are keeping you down, to becoming aware of the things that we assume are true, like, well, you got to work hard. Money doesn't grow on trees. It's got to be a hard life. It's some of the things that we were taught because they meant well, but they aren't serving us anymore.
Well, that's the good and the bad involved in it. And I wonder, you say some of the things that are keeping us down. Now, this is some kind of a negative thing, but it sounds like it's just as negative to say, you got to work hard, that whole mindset where it just takes over your life and you get left behind somewhere in the shuffle.
Yeah, there's no joy in that.
And I always look at the good and evil side of things. It's because of the culture that I'm raised up in, the Christian culture, Catholic culture, and I studied it quite a lot, as well as the other religions. But anyway, good and evil. It seems like good and evil comes up a lot, and it sparks when I hear holistic, strange, weird ass folks like you guys. When
Weird ass folks. That's a term. We're gonna pull that one right out.
Bad. We just became weird
the
ass.
weird ass folks.
I wonder about the
Man.
good and the evil aspects of it as Christianity views it, because
Yeah,
everyone
huge.
around me views those things from that viewpoint. From the good and bad, hell and heaven, which I personally do not believe that there is a hell or heaven or devil or any spooky force out there coming to get me.
Yeah, you
I do not. Don't talk about it. I don't care what the Magic 8 Ball
Yeah,
said
okay,
last
that's what
time.
I said.
I won't tell you who's lingering outside the doorway.
Yeah, no. All right, well, you've got 4 minutes to answer that question.
Was there a question?
No, there wasn't.
So,
We started out with consciousness exploration, and she immediately said that it was.
well, let's talk about good and
Crazy
evil for a
hippies
second. I will
taking
respond to
drugs.
that.
No, I brought that up.
Oh.
Okay. Yes.
We're going to
Please.
take drugs or talk about good and evil? Okay, we're
Yes.
talking about good and evil.
Good and evil.
I prefer the
good
terms
evil.
beneficial and not beneficial because everybody has a different definition of what's good and what's evil. It's programmed in us from our culture. It's programmed in us from our churches. It's programmed in us from our families. It changes
Day
from
one.
year to year. Some core things do not, but a lot of those gray areas change as we go on. Ask the next generation what good and evil is, and you'll get a completely different
Let's
answer.
go back to the beginning of that which is healthy or what did you say?
Beneficial or
that
not
which
beneficial?
Is not beneficial. Who makes that judgment?
Well,
not
when
beneficial.
I use that, I'm talking about in terms of your overall health and how your life is going right now. If this limiting belief is sabotaging your happiness and holding you back from your potential, it's not beneficial for you. So can we look at redefining that in a way that allows you to feel better, grow better, be happier? Sitting around stressing over the news every night is not beneficial for your health, and it's not helping the country. Being informed is one thing, but understand that you're informed from one perspective if you watch one channel. Get your news from
I turn
many
it on
sources.
for laughs.
Oh, wait a minute.
I do.
Yeah.
I don't
But
believe-
carrying that stress is not beneficial. So I prefer to look at whether things are beneficial for you in your life or not.
And if they're not beneficial, get rid of them.
Right.
So, I'm sorry.
It's the
You're getting rid of me. I'm done. I'm done.
I gotta go now, you guys.
We're getting divorced now.
We're going to have a talk. You and I are going to have a talk.
I think this has been beneficial. It's brought some things into awareness for a listener, and I think that's a great thing to stop and consider something you hadn't considered before.
I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah, well, I was worried that it would you would be so far up in the clouds that, well, no, really.
I was when I first found this path because I went the way the other extreme, but it's important to be grounded in this work so that you can connect with people that don't even understand. I'm not using woo-woo language. I'm speaking English because that's what people can understand.
Let me ask you a quick question. How many friends have you lost since you started this journey?
What?
No, because it's an important question. These people will look at her going, oh my gosh, she's crazy. I don't want to be
My
is that
involved with
population
her.
has
Experience?
changed. The people that, well, I still have a lot of friends from before, but they've distanced themselves because, especially when I went way out there. You know? But I have a whole lot of new friends, and what happens is as we vibrate differently, as we're healthier and more centered, we attract different people.
Yes.
So.
Yes. That was why I asked
Yeah.
that. You know.
And it's always great because you're always attracting exactly who you need to be right now.
Yeah.
And look, we're attracting each other.
Yeah, there you go.
But you're going to marry that other gal.
Yeah,
You already
yeah,
admitted
well.
that. So
Hey, it ain't
It's
happened
fourth wife.
yet. What happens in Conroe stays in Conroe.
Yeah, we don't talk about
as
that.
long as it's not on the internet. you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
The cat's out of the bag.
Oh my God.
I can just
We'll
see
tell everybody
myself
that.
when I'm elected president in a few years. This is going to get out there. Anyway.
Oh God, yeah. I'll vote
I'm
for
still
you.
back at president.
I'll vote for you. Man.
So
Okay.
we're going to do a drumming circle. That'll be fun.
Yes, please. I want to do that.
Yes.
It's somehow,
Yeah,
some
we
way.
need to do that.
Yeah.
And if you
somehow.
want to do this, we'll circle back to this on the Facebook page and put when
Yeah.
we're going to do a drumming circle in Conroe so
think
folks can
so.
come check it out.
Yes, we will. God darn it.
And we have lots of instruments. The kids
Oh.
love it, and it's good for the kids. So let
Lots
the
of
kids come and
instruments.
play.
I did not expect this kind of thing.
Okay, we have friends who have instruments.
what's
I
this
don't know whether they
gonna-
want to give them to us or not. But,
So what's this going to cost me?
Oh, we just usually do a donation or something, whatever. People want to throw a couple of bucks in there to keep us going, and that's
Okay,
about it.
couple of
So-
bucks,
A
$2.
donation.
I can pay for that.
I can
Or
pay
whatever
$5.
feels
I can
good
pay
to
for
I
you.
that.
can pay
ahead.
$10 to be in a drum circle.
We welcome cash
Damn
of
right.
all denominations.
All denominations.
Just bring it.
Damn right. Okay, he's gonna pull a $2 bill out of his
A
wallet,
$2
right?
bill.
Yeah, all
What you
denominations.
have.
You don't you think I'm joking?
No.
No, I'm not. There you
and
go.
there it is. Here we go, people. $2
There you
bill.
go. There it is. Let me get a close up of that. Yeah, baby. Yeah, that's nice.
Okie doke, we're set. We
Okay,
are
we got the
set.
drum circle.
Yeah.
We just need to get a
I
location.
snagged her into that, didn't I?
Real quickly, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You're
got
good.
the. I got the.
Your
You
wallet came
probably
out
will
fast.
be president. I'm not going to ask him anymore.
I got the wine and CBD concessions for the drum circle.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And you're in
detention.
charge
Yep.
of essential oils.
Okay, I'm all right with that. We'll fill it all out. I've got thousands of it. I swear to God.
So if we didn't
Okay.
cover it today and you want to know about it, hit me up on journeyofpossibilities.com. Phone number is 281-252-6600. So I'd love
One more time?
281-252-6600.
Okay, that is great. And one more time with your website. Let everybody know.
Say it
Journey.
all.
Slowly.
Say it again.
Journey of Possibilities.com.
.com. Man, look her up. We're going to have you back.
Awesome.
Yeah, you're coming back.
Awesome.
Oh, I swear to God. That's a lot of fun.
You're not supposed to tell women what to do.
No,
you're
we're
not supposed to.
Would you please come
Oh,
back?
I would love to. And we can do a
you?
theme, like if you're stuck
All right.
on money stuff, let's reprogram some limiting money beliefs
Okay.
or family communication
Okay.
and conflict at the holidays, especially.
No, I'm telling you.
Put
right
yourself
now.
in the other person's point of view before you completely lose it, okay?
You're
At
asking
these
people too
family
much there.
gatherings.
You're asking too much there. Oh, God.
I know.
Okay,
and
there you
deep
go.
breathing helps
Deep breathing.
a lot.
breathe. All right. Thank you so much for coming on and
Thank
doing
you.
this.
Thank
We really
you.
did
It's
enjoy
fun.
this.
It's been a lot of
Man,
fun.
thank you, Dennis. We really had some
Yes,
fun.
thank you, Dennis.
Man, all right, guys.
Mon
Thank you.
chéri.
Yes, indeed. We'll talk to y'all later, tomorrow, sometime.